There's always things we go through and we ask why. Why me? Why is it going wrong for me? What's the reason for this? And we almost spin on this endless hamster wheel where we never truly find the answers and we never really understand why we don't have the answers. And there's a lot of things that you will never have the answers to. Whether it's something completely going wrong and you ask why. Why me? Whether it's death, whether it's financial troubles, whether it's heartbreak, whether it's losing someone, whether it's crippling pain, crippling mental health, you always ask yourself, why me? And the sad truth is, you're never going to have all the answers. And there's almost an element of beauty in not having all the answers, because then you learn over time that it's meant for you to go through this pain. It's meant for you to go through this trouble. It's meant for you to go through this struggle in order for you to reach who you truly want to be. There's going to be times where you think that this isn't fair. It isn't fair for me to go through this. It isn't fair for me to go through this thing that truly crushes you and truly makes you feel terrible. But the sad thing is, and also the other side that is beautiful, is the situation has happened. And there's only what you can do now that can change it. It's not what you've done in the past. It's not what you went through in the past that can change it. It's what you do now that can actually change this situation to better you or to worsen you. We all deep down crave answers to certain things we go through. And a lot of times we look outside of ourselves and almost dive into drugs, alcohol, going out, whatever it is to kind of solve that within ourselves and solve that pain and sadness within us. But on a real level, that never truly heals that wound. That never truly finds that deeper answer within yourself. And you could say, from an overall perspective, let's say a base level thing, let's say, for example, money, the answer would be making more money. So it's a little bit easier from that perspective. But let's say, for example, your mental health, how you feel on a daily basis, how you actually look at yourself and view yourself. That's going to be quite harder to find in the real sense, because that goes on so many deeper levels. It goes on, how grateful are you for the things that's going on in your life, the level of fulfillment you're getting in your life, the level of fulfillment you feel in yourself. Are you grateful for yourself? Are you happy with your overall situation with the people in your life? You know, it goes on an overall level as well. So it's impossible to always find the answers for everything. But what I will say as well in this video, because it's kind of up and down, and it's like this perspective we're not finding any answers, but this other perspective we're finding answers, is a lot of times you do go through things that allow you to almost understand why you went through that later on. And you almost crave this answer, crave this thing. Why am I going through this? Why am I going through this? When in reality, a bit down the line, you'll understand you're going through this to better you and to help you. For example, I've went through so many different things like that, where I've had people leaving my life. I've had issues with myself, issues with my family, issues with all different areas. And I think, why am I going through this? Why me? Why me? Why am I doing this? Why is this going wrong for me? Why can't I do this thing? Why isn't this going right? When in reality, it's going like that for me to grow, for me to be better, for me to blossom into a better person and a better individual. But I don't view it from that perspective as I'm going through it, if that makes sense. But it's only over the longer period of time that I truly understand that and truly understand the beauty of not knowing everything. There's so many things we don't know, and we need to understand that that's a beautiful thing on a real level. And we can almost look outside of ourselves and try to chase things outside of ourselves to better that, or we can understand that in due time, if we try our best and better ourselves and try to work towards who we can be as a person, we can understand that that's more beautiful. And then we might find certain answers in ourselves, and then we'll have a better life, and then we'll be a bit more grateful for ourselves as a person. If we look around at our surroundings, like for example right now, it's a beautiful sunny day. The sun barely comes out now because it's January, and luckily we're getting into February soon, and then March, April, hopefully it starts getting warmer then. But on a real level, the sun's out, it's not that cold, and it's a beautiful day. And today I feel a massive sense of gratitude for everything. For example, the grass, everything that's went on today. It's been a decent day so far, and I'm going to go in the gym and work out in a minute and then get some nice food after. That's beautiful, and that's an amazing thing. But if I viewed it from the other perspective, like I didn't have this thing, I don't know this answer for
this thing that happened to me in the past? Why did this person go and do this to me and this to me and this to me? And why did this thing happen? Why am I in such bad luck? I will look from a negative perspective that doesn't truly help me and doesn't truly better me. But when I look from the perspective of being more grateful and more thankful for everything I have, and understanding that I'm not going to know the answers to everything, but what I can do is learn and try to better myself as a person, and try to look at what I actually do have and influence things that I actually can control. That's going to allow me to feel more comfortable and grateful and happy for this world, and happy for myself and happy for me as a person. And it's not going to make me feel down and upset all the time, like a lot of us feel in this modern day. And it's a crazy modern day we're in. A lot of us feel unfulfilled, and we don't feel grateful, and we don't feel happy for everything. You can't be surprised with that overall, because there's so much negativity online. You see people in different positions. You see people with Lamborghinis, ridiculous amounts of money in Dubai, doing this thing, and it's almost becoming the normal for your mind, if that makes sense. You see people doing this thing, or you see people doing a ridiculous amount of numbers, and you think, fuck, where am I? What am I doing? Why am I in this position? Oh, I'm never going to achieve a life like that. You see people who work less harder than you, but make so much more money than you. And you think, why didn't I have that? What's the reason for that? That's not fair. Or why is that? You'll have people who work ridiculously hard in certain areas, but doesn't pay off in regards to money, in comparison to someone who doesn't work as hard, but they work a bit more smarter, or they use certain things to their advantage. They use their skills to their advantage, and then they make even more money that you can't even dream of. And it's crazy, you know? It's crazy. And we could always ask why. Why is this going wrong? Why is this thing happening? Why is this so bad? But the reality is, we're not going to have the answers to a lot of stuff. And I don't want you lot to go on this hamster wheel where you're just spinning and spinning and spinning, and you never truly understand that you're not going to know why certain things happen to you until later down the line, and you're going to understand that they better you. A lot of things you go through is to better you. And that sounds cliche. You're going to be like, oh, no, that's not right. But on a real level, a lot of things you go through is to better you and is to help you as a person. And that's a beautiful thing. But if you think that you're not going through this to help you, and you use it as a negative, because you could use it in different perspectives. If you go through a lot of pain, a lot of sadness, let's say, for example, you lose a lot of trust in people, you're going to do one or two things. You're going to rely on yourself, build yourself, and try to build better relationships, and understand that there's certain signs you need to understand and certain things you need to do as a person to have better people in your life, if that makes sense. Invest in you, and then you'll find better people, and you'll be able to vet them more and understand them more and understand yourself more. Or you can use it to crush you and to think, oh, I fucking hate people, and become just insolent by yourself. Maybe developing a reliance on alcohol or drugs or weed or any of these things, you know, and ultimately hurting you as a person. And I don't want you lot in that position. I want you lot to understand that a lot of this stuff you go through is to truly better you and is to truly help you. And no one has all the answers to everything. You may search on a YouTube video for a certain thing you're going through, and you may watch a video and you think, oh, that's the answer. You try it and it doesn't work. And that's the reality of our lives. We go through experiences to learn. And a lot of times there is things that can help you. For example, let's say the base habits like meditation, working out, getting out in nature, getting in the sun, focusing on gratitude, working on things you actually want to achieve, and better in your life, and working on things that fulfill you. But there's going to be some stuff that you don't have the answer to right now. And there's going to be some things you go through right now, and you're going to think, I may never have the answer to that. And the real reality is, you go through these situations and these things to better you, and you go through these things to help you, and you're not going to know the answers to everything straight away. No one has all the answers to everything. I want you to understand to keep learning, to keep bettering yourself, to keep growing, and understand that a lot of the stuff you go through, whether it's something completely going wrong in your life now, it's to better you and it's to help you as a person and to allow you to grow. And that's going to be the overall message in this video. Hope you lot got a lot of value. Like, comment and subscribe. Thank you. Turn notifications on as well, please. Thank you.